Hello there, Indian greetings to you again. It's me, your Indian Tech Paddy, and then today I'll be showing you another pretty extension that you can use to make your work pretty. Well, the name is actually Prettier, and then as the name implies, it makes your work very beautiful. Here I have this demo project, nothing important actually, just the HTML structure. And then once you over to this section, you should see the extension menu. And then what you just need to do is to input the word Prettier. Like I said, the name is Prettier, and then it's a code formatter. What it does basically is to make your work very, very pretty. What you just need to do is to click on this, especially from Prettier itself. But I have mine installed already. Make sure to install yours, and then we get down to business. All right, we already passed the first step or the first phase, and that is installing Prettier to our computer. So the next step is trying to see the functionality. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to create a new file, and I'm going to call it prettier.js, and that's for JavaScript. Once I have this, I'm just going to create something very simple. Don't mind the spaces. I'm just trying to let you understand what Prettier could do. I'm going to just call this name, and then I'll have my semicolon over here. Now, once I have this, I want to make sure that my code are very, very formatted, and then it doesn't have all these unnecessary spaces. And then if you take a look at this, you should see that it's a single quote instead of double. Well, it doesn't matter actually. But the first step you need to do is that you come to any empty spaces or any empty space, just right click, and then you open document with, you can see there are two different options, but I would like you to choose the second one that has with. So once you click on that, you see some suggestion, and I want you to click on Prettier. Very simple. You realize that the unnecessary spaces are absolutely gone. And then the beautiful thing about this is that you have a double quote now, which makes your work very pretty. It may not be a lot of job right now, considering the fact that I just have a single line of code. But if you have, about 100, 200 lines of codes, you do realize that this will make your work very pretty. And then it doesn't matter, HTML, CSS, you can see my HTML file here is very, very pretty, well formatted, and then well structured. All right. So I just noticed there's a little mistake here. Then it shouldn't be name, should be a name. Instead of name, let's replace with Adam. After doing this, you want to make sure that every time you save or you paste, just like this, let me make a simple example. I'm going to copy this, and then I'm going to delete. You can see the moment I pasted, it's formatted automatically. So if you want to do that, this is the simple process you have to do. What you need to do is come here to the settings, and then you click on settings. So you search format here, and then it takes you to this page. The number one thing you need to do is to change the editor, which is the default formatter. So you have to click on whatever was there to change it to Prettier, and then you can check this checkbox for format on paste. You can see here the instructions, and then format on save. But for mine, I prefer to use the Ctrl S, and then my codes are formatted. I really love that. I love to see my code like that. You can choose your preference, anyone you think is, fine by you. And then in the next video, I'm going to show you how you can set up Prettier for workspace. If you find this video very educative or educational, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and then share with your other developer friends. Thank you.